Two cars, two very different philosophies. One promises prestige, power, and timeless German engineering. The other claims affordability, bold design, and next-generation practicality. But here's the burning question. When the 2026 Audi A6 meets the 2026 Kia K4 Hatchback head-to-head, which one actually makes more sense for you? Quick montage, Audi's luxury badge glowing, Kia's tech-heavy cabin lighting up. Now, before you say, of course the Audi wins, it's an A6. Hold on. The automotive world in 2026 isn't what it used to be. Kia has been rewriting the rules, stepping onto the stage with confidence and surprising everyone with cars that rival even the most established luxury brands. And the K4 hatchback? It's not just another compact, it's a direct challenge to what buyers expect from value-packed vehicles. But can it really stand tall against the refined, executive-class A6? On one side, you've got the Audi A6, a name that's been synonymous with success for decades. Redesigned for 2026 with sharper lines, more advanced tech, and that irresistible blend of performance and class. And then you have Kia's 2026 K4 Hatchback, a newcomer with futuristic styling, packed with cutting-edge features, and aimed directly at younger tech-driven buyers who want it all, without emptying their wallets. So which car actually wins? Is it the old guard, dripping with prestige but carrying a hefty price tag? Or the underdog, fresh, modern, and determined to punch far above its weight class? Stick around, because what we uncover in this comparison might shock you. And trust me, by the end, you'll see one of these cars in a completely different light. First, let's talk about the one thing you notice before you ever even sit inside: the exterior design. Which of these two turns more heads on? The street, the elegant executive sedan, or the daring hatchback that refuses to play by the rules? Let's find out. Before you ever touch the steering wheel. Before you ever sink into the driver's seat, the very first thing that sells a car is presence. It's the way it commands attention when it rolls past. It's that instant wow factor when you first lay eyes on it. And here's where things get interesting, because the 2026 Audi A6 and the 2026 Kia K4 hatchback approach exterior design from two completely different angles. Audi A6, the business executive on wheels. Let's start with the Audi A6. Redesigned for 2026, Audi has sharpened its game. The A6 no longer settles for quiet sophistication alone. Now, it wears a bolder face. That signature single-frame grille, wider, lower, and flanked by razor-sharp digital LED headlights that look like the eyes of a predator. The proportions scream balance. A long hood, sweeping roofline, and perfectly sculpted shoulders. Audi hasn't just updated the A6, they've modernized an icon. From the side profile, those clean lines glide effortlessly, tapering toward a rear that's sleek yet muscular. Subtle chrome touches remind you this isn't just any sedan, it's a business card on wheels. Pull up in an A6 and people assume you've already made it. Presence, prestige, and polish. The A6 is the car that says, I belong in the boardroom. But does that necessarily make it the better choice? Kia K4 Hatchback. Bold, young, and unapologetic. Now, let's switch lanes. The 2026 Kia K4 Hatchback. Instantly, you notice something. This car doesn't try to copy. The A6, it tries to disrupt it. With angular lines, an aggressive stance, and a bold hatchback silhouette, the K4 looks like it belongs in the future, not just 2026. The front end? A sharp reinterpretation of Kia's new design language, featuring slim LED headlights that slice across the fascia and a grille that's more geometric than traditional. The stance is wide, almost daring you to underestimate it. Move to the rear, and the hatchback form brings an element of practicality, but with a coupe-like swoop that adds a dash of sportiness. Where the Audi whispers class, the Kia shouts individuality. It's youthful, energetic, and unapologetically bold. You won't mistake this for anything else on the road. Side-by-side impact. Here's where the comparison gets tricky. Park these two side by side, and you immediately notice the contrast in design philosophy. The A6 is all about proportion, symmetry, and timeless elegance. The K4, on the other hand, thrives on sharpness, drama, and modern energy. If you're walking out of a glass-walled office tower downtown, the Audi A6 fits right in. If you're pulling up to a creative co-working space or a weekend coffee meetup, the Kia K4 looks like the stylish newcomer who's redefining the rules. So, which one wins? Well, that depends on what kind of attention you want. Do you want nods of respect from executives who recognize the Audi badge? Or do you want curious glances from bystanders wondering what futuristic machine just passed them by? Both draw attention, but in completely different ways. The head-turn factor. Here's a thought experiment. Imagine you're driving through a busy downtown on a Friday evening. With the Audi A6, people notice you, but in a subtle, understated way. It's like wearing a tailored suit. You don't need to scream for attention, people just know you mean business. Now, same street, but in the Kia K4 Hatchback. Heads turn faster. Why? Because it's unexpected. A Kia that looks this sharp, this futuristic, isn't what people expect. And that surprise works in its favor. It's the equivalent of walking into the room with bold streetwear instead of a tuxedo. You're not blending in. You're standing out. And here's the cliffhanger. On the outside, the Audi A6 might look like the safer bet, polished, elegant, and commanding. But the K4 hatchback challenges the very idea that only luxury badges can make a statement. So the question becomes, once you step inside, which car actually feels more like home? Does the Audi continue its dominance with luxurious comfort, or does the Kia shock us again with high-tech practicality? Let's open the doors and find out. They say beauty is only skin deep. And in the world of cars, that's absolutely true. Because no matter how sleek the exterior looks, where you spend 99% of your time is inside the cabin. And this is where the 2026 Audi A6 and the Kia K4 Hatchback reveal two completely different personalities. Audi A6, the executive lounge, on wheels. Let's slide into the Audi A6 first. The moment the door closes, you're cocooned in what feels like an executive suite. The materials, leather, brushed aluminum, open-pore wood. Everything screams premium. The fit and finish are flawless, as if every single button, stitch, and vent was obsessively crafted by a perfectionist.